Jesus said, if you abide in me and I in you, you'll bear much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. So that's why I'm here today in a vineyard. Jesus was talking about bearing fruit and being in a vineyard. The season right now is winter, so the vines are going to be trimmed back, pruned back, and getting ready for the new season of fruitfulness. We want to be fruitful also. So we want to listen to what Jesus says. Abide in him, then we'll bear much fruit. I often pray for my co-workers working among the unreached. And one of the things that I pray is this: Lord, I pray that they will grow in their passion to know you and to make you known. Knowing God and making him known. That's what we're called to do. And Jesus said to do that, we need to abide in him, be with him, get to know him, and then we'll bear much fruit. I want to talk about 3 ways that help me, and I believe will help you, to get to know God better. 3 ways to abide in Jesus. In fact, the word abide means to be with, to stay with, to live with Jesus. 3 ways. So I'm going to start with number 3. Number 3 is walk with Jesus. Number 2 is pause with Jesus. And number 1 is sit with Jesus. So 3, walk with Jesus. We need to walk with Jesus. Walk with him. Walk with him at his pace. His pace is 3 miles an hour. That's how he traveled back when he was here on earth. 3 miles an hour. We need to walk with him at his pace. Not to run ahead and not to lag behind, but to walk side by side with Jesus. Our work and our walk must go hand in hand. So, walk with Jesus, number 3. And walk with him 3 miles an hour. So number 2 is pause. I'm going to put my fingers together. Be together with Jesus and pause. 2 lines together is like the pause symbol. You press pause and things stop. So when you're on a good walk, leisurely walk, sometimes it's natural to just pause and look around. We need to do the same thing. Pause and be with Jesus and just stop and think. What am I feeling right now? What am I seeing right now? Pause and be with Jesus. I like this verse from Psalms. It says, be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. In Psalms, over 70 times, there's a word that's used, and the word is Selah. After thousands of years, the translators don't know for sure what that word means, but most people think it means pause, be calm, be still before the Lord. So let's pause with Jesus. Walk with Jesus, 3 miles an hour. Pause with Jesus. Be quiet. Listen to him. And then number 1. Number 1 is found right here also in God's word. Jesus said, I love this story. Jesus is at Martha and Mary's house. And Martha is very, very busy. And she sees that Mary is sitting down, sitting at Jesus' feet. And she's going like, hey, get to work. But Jesus says, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or really only one. Mary has chosen the better, and will not be taken from that. Jesus said, really, only one. So that's the most important thing for us. We walk 3 miles an hour, pause, and be quiet at any time of the day. And number one, we sit at Jesus' feet. This is what Psalm 73, verse 28 says. But as for me, how good it is to be near God. I have made the sovereign Lord my share and my shelter. And I will tell everyone about the wonderful things you do. So, this is what the psalmist says. It's good to be near God. So, to know God. And then later it says, I will tell everyone. Know God and make him known. The two have to go together. To be near God, to know him, and to tell everyone. So you're making him known. It's only natural for me, and I think for everybody, the more you get to know God, sit at the feet of Jesus, the more you want others to know him too. So that motivation grows and the ability to share him with others grows as well. So this is what it says in Psalm 40, verse 16 in the Amplified Version. It says, let all those who seek and require you rejoice and be glad in you. Let such as love your salvation say continually. I love what it says. Let all those who seek you and require you rejoice. It isn't just important, it's a requirement to draw close to God. It's a requirement. We require it. Especially those of us who want to be faithful to Jesus and bear much fruit. If we're going to help others get to know God, we need to know God ourselves. It's a requirement to sit at Jesus' feet. So, let's remember this. 3, 2, 1. 3, walk with Jesus, shoulder to shoulder, 3 miles an hour. Pause, be silent, listen, look around, and do that at any point during the day. And number 1, sit at Jesus' feet. I've been a missionary for over 45 years. And before I entered into serving the Lord in this way, I had already been taught the importance of spending about an hour quiet time every day, as much as possible. I've been faithful to do that most of my life, almost every day, for all these years serving the Lord. And so I can say it works. It definitely works. So let me just encourage you, all right? You need, and I need, the quiet time. I need, and you need a quiet place. And I need, and you need a quiet spirit. So take the time to walk to that quiet place and take that time with Jesus. Walk. 3, walk. 2, pause. 1, sit at Jesus' feet. And as we do, we'll bear much fruit.